At Investor Central, I'm Mark Laudi. Today we're coming to you from the Asia Trader and Investor Convention 2009 in Singapore. Investing has changed a lot over the years, with many more asset classes coming on stream. And one of the more recent and more popular choices increasingly is investments in beverages. I'm thinking of alcoholic beverages such as wine and whiskey in particular. I'm joined now by Bill Hedman, who's in particular keen on a certain variety of Tasmanian whiskey. Tell us a little bit more about what makes that whiskey special compared to, I guess, some of the other products that are out and investable.
Well, Tasmanian whiskey has been around since 1802, when Tasmania was first founded, Hobart being one of the oldest oldest cities in Australia. It was founded by people on a very special package tour. At His Majesty's pleasure. Mainly Scottish and Irish people sent there for their sins. They found barley grew abundantly, the cleanest water in the world. Throw a little bit of yeast in the mix and you're not making cornflakes.
So are they actually able to make it better than the folks back home in Scotland and Ireland?
We like to think so, but having said that, it's a friendly competition. Our production in Tasmania is very, very low. We are not any threat to the huge Scottish industry.
That sounds a lot like the art world, actually, Bill. If you've got 1,000 copies of something, it's not nearly worth as much as something that maybe you've only got a few copies of. Is that a fair assumption?
That would be a fair assumption, yes. Rarity, of course, in anything does raise the price.
But rarity increases with whiskey if people drink it. So is whiskey
well
that you invest in for drinking or just for storing and watching the capital appreciate?
Our investors buy barrels, not bottles. And so a barrel from the barreling stage until the time it's ready for bottling will increase in value. And so we do have quite a few investors here already in Singapore. And that number is growing actually daily.
Why is that? I mean, what is it that attracts investors to this particular asset class as opposed to the traditional stocks or maybe even gold?
Good question. At the end of the day, as investing in any alcohol or a consumable, you can always consume it.
Unlike gold or a stock.
Well, at the end of the day, if all the markets go completely out the window, everything falls apart, you will have a barrel of whiskey, so go pitch a tent in Tasmania and stay drunk until it blows over.
That sounds like a very attractive proposition at this stage in the markets. But still, help us understand what drives people to this asset class in particular. Is there a prestige question about it? Is it that are there certain fundamentals in the whiskey market which are different from the normal equities market?
Generally, our investors are in the financial services business.
Really?
That's correct.
So they're selling one thing, but they're buying another.
They know where to put their money.
And what can you expect from an investment in whiskey?
A little bit over 30% per year.
And there's no variation in that?
No.
So they don't fluctuate like the equities markets?
No. The value of single malt whiskey has not reduced in over 700 years.
700 years?
700 years. We don't expect it to go down anytime soon.
As long as people keep drinking this stuff?
Whiskey is actually in a very unique position because the Indian market is just about to come online.
To produce it, I assume? Or to consume it?
To consume it. Their production locally and their consumption locally of what's called IMFL, which is India-made foreign liquor, is the liquid equivalent of 336 Olympic-sized swimming pools annually. The majority of that being made locally, very small amount being imported. As the import duties come down, the amount of whiskey flowing into India will increase. If it only goes up a very small percentage, that will be every drop of whiskey available in the world today. It's gone.
Right, so huge demand side increases. Finally then, what special recommendation do you have for us today in terms of a particular batch maybe to invest in?
Well, our production run has just come out. We have released another 40 barrels for investors.
Just 40?
We keep the majority for ourselves. Obviously, we want to produce and sell whiskey by the bottle as well as a few investor barrels. So we have 40 coming online right now. I do have a few left over from the last production run.
Okay. What's special about these 40?
Our master distiller, Mr. Patrick McGuire, says, Mark, that this is quite possibly the best run he's ever done. Okay, we've got some beautiful casks that we bought from the United States and also from France. They were filled just a few weeks ago, and we're ready to go. We're very, very pleased with that.
All right, thank you very much, and good luck with it.
Thank you very much, Mark.
Bill Hedman there, representing the Tasmanian whisky in particular, and I'm Mark Laudi here at the Asia Trader and Investor Convention. Thanks for watching.